Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily English Listening Podcast. I'm Michelle, and if you're looking to improve your English level, this podcast is perfect for you.
And I'm Chris. Michelle, I would like with this today. Somebody told us that fitting in is the secret. Follow the rules. Meet the expectations. Get everyone's approval. Then you move forward.
And that is such a convincing lie. Because the moment you believe it, you stop looking at your own life. You start looking at everyone else's.
You start measuring yourself against them. You adjust your plans. You adjust your goals. Sometimes you even adjust who you are just to match what people expect.
And somewhere in all that adjusting, you lose the person you actually started as.
You end up with a life that works on paper, but it doesn't feel like yours.
And the real you, the one with real potential, just sits there, unused.
So today, we're talking about comparison, all kinds of it.
Including the kind that happens every time you open your English app right after watching someone speak 6 languages.
Ooh, is this a personal story, Michelle?
It might be. My whole morning was basically that same trap.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I opened Instagram for 2 minutes just to check the weather, and 40 minutes later, I was watching a 9-year-old speak 4 languages before breakfast.
Before breakfast? That spiral, everyone is ahead of me, that's the trap we want to open up today.
So, let's get into it. Comparing your life and comparing your English, and why neither comparison is fair.
Here's the thing. Comparison isn't new. People have always looked at each other and wondered who's doing better.
Right, but before you compared yourself to your neighbor, maybe your cousin. Now you compare yourself to strangers on the entire planet every single day.
And that's the funny thing about these videos. They don't feel like background noise. They feel like a verdict.
A verdict I didn't ask for about a life I'm not even living.
And they only show you the highlight. The vacation, the promotion, the perfect grammar in their English videos.
Never the messy part. Never the boring Tuesday where nothing worked and the coffee went cold.
So we're comparing our full, complicated lives to a highlight reel that took someone 20 tries to film.
That's the honest version of it, yes.
And it's not even personal. The algorithm just wants us to keep scrolling, so it shows us the most impressive version of everything.
That's a good point. The extreme cases get the views. The quiet, normal days never do.
And it's the same with language learning content, too. The 5-minute I learned English in 1 month video gets way more views than I've been learning for 3 years and I'm still working on it.
Because one sounds like magic trick and the other sounds like real life.
Real life just doesn't perform well online.
It really doesn't.
And it's not just about English either. Comparison shows up everywhere. Careers, bodies, relationships, money.
Which is probably why so many people feel exhausted before the day even really starts.
Exhausted from a competition nobody actually signed up for.
Nobody signed up and nobody agreed on the rules.
So, Michelle, tell us about your feed today. What did you actually see beyond the 9-year-old?
Okay, so I open Instagram half asleep, coffee in hand.
Very on brand.
Very on brand. And the first post is an old university friend. New house, beautiful garden. Caption says, living the dream.
Rough way to start a morning.
The second post, a colleague promoted to manager. The third post, someone my age running a marathon, smiling at the finish line like it was easy.
And you're standing there in your pajamas.
Standing there in my pajamas, holding cold coffee, and suddenly my whole life feels like it's moving too slowly, like everyone got a head start and nobody told me.
But here's a question. Do you know anything about their actual day? The whole day? Not just that one photo?
No. I don't know if the friend with the beautiful garden is stressed about money. I don't know if the new manager cried in the bathroom yesterday.
Very possible, honestly.
Very possible. I only saw one small, polished piece, but my brain compared my entire messy morning to that one perfect photo, and it didn't even ask permission first.
And that comparison was never fair to begin with.
Never fair, because I was comparing my full story, coffee stains and all, to somebody else's highlight reel.
Coffee stains and all.
I know that logically, by the way, but logic doesn't really stop the feeling in the moment.
Now, feelings don't care much about logic.
They really don't. And every single time, by the time I closed the app, I'd already decided my whole week was going badly, based on 3 photos.
3 photos deciding a whole week. That's a lot of power for 3 photos.
Way too much power, and I gave it to them for free.
What did you do about it once you noticed the spiral?
Actually, I closed the app and I made my own coffee properly this time. Small thing, but it helped.
Never underestimate a proper coffee.
Never. It reminded me that my actual day was still mine to build, no matter what 3 strangers posted.
And honestly, if this already feels relatable, this is a great moment to subscribe to the Daily English Listening Podcast so you don't miss the next one.
And a like on this video helps more people find us. We really appreciate it.
Okay, my turn. And mine is about English specifically.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. So, a few months ago, I found this video. A guy speaking 6 languages, switching between them like it was nothing. No pauses, no mistakes.
I think I've seen that video too.
Probably. And I got so motivated. I downloaded 3 apps that same night.
3?
3. I made a study schedule, color squares and everything. I told myself I would practice English 1 hour every single day. No excuses.
And how long did that last?
2 days.
2 days.
2 days. Because on day 3, I watched another video. A kid, maybe 10 years old, completely bilingual, correcting their own parents. And I thought, this kid is already ahead of me, and I'm an adult with a job.
That's a strange comparison though, isn't it? A kid who grew up hearing 2 languages every day, and you learning English part-time as an adult, after work, when you're already tired.
I know that now, but in the moment, I just felt behind, like everyone was progressing except me, and I'd wasted years somehow.
But Chris, you've been learning for years. You host this podcast in English every single week.
I know, but in that moment, none of that mattered. My brain didn't care about the podcast or the years. It just cared about that one video.
That's the tricky part about comparison. It doesn't check your resume first.
True, but the video didn't show me that part. It only showed the kid's final result, not the years, the mistakes, the boring vocabulary lists it took to get there.
Right. You never see the process. You only see the finished version, polished and edited down to 90 seconds.
And I compared my messy, in-progress English to someone else's finished English, which makes no sense when you say it out loud.
It really doesn't, but we all do it anyway, don't we?
We really do. And the app I quit is still on my phone, judging me quietly.
It's judging all of us, honestly.
Honestly, the worst part is I almost gave up on English completely that week. Not because English got harder, just because I felt so far behind a total stranger.
That's the real danger of it. It's not the video itself, it's the decision people make right after watching it.
That's true. It nearly made me quit something I'd already worked years on.
Wait, what stopped you from quitting?
Honestly, I just kept showing up the next day anyway. Not motivated, just stubborn.
Stubborn works too.
And weirdly, that's when I actually started improving. Not from motivation, just from consistency, even without a fancy video to inspire me.
That's usually how it works, isn't it? The boring stuff is what actually builds the skill.
The boring stuff doesn't get any views, though.
No, it really doesn't. But it gets you results.
Okay, here's something we want to ask you. What is one thing you saw online this week that made you feel behind? It can be about English or about anything else in your life.
Write it in the comments. You don't have to explain everything, just name it.
We read every comment, and sometimes just naming the feeling makes it smaller.
So here's a question. Why does comparison feel so automatic? We don't even choose to do it. It just happens.
Good question. I think it's because our brains love shortcuts. Comparing is fast. It gives us a quick answer about where we stand without any real thinking involved.
Even if that answer is completely wrong.
Even then, the brain doesn't care if the comparison is fair. It just wants a number, a ranking, a position, so it can relax.
So, when I watch that sixth-language guy, my brain instantly puts me somewhere below him. No context, just a rank.
Right, without asking how long he studied or what his life looks like or any real context at all.
No context, just a feeling.
Just a feeling. And feelings are convincing, even when they're built on nothing solid.
It's almost like the brain needs a little reminder every time. Hey, this isn't a fair fight.
That's basically the reminder we're trying to give today.
A little interruption before the comparison spiral gets going.
A very necessary interruption. It works the same whether it's your career, your body, or your bank account, too. The comparison trap doesn't care what category it's in.
True. My sister compares her salary to her college friends. My neighbor compares his garden to the one 3 houses down.
Everybody's got a feed for something.
Everybody's got a feed for something, and everybody's losing the same unfair game.
So what do we actually do about it? I don't think anyone can just stop comparing completely.
Probably not completely, no, but you can change what you compare. Instead of comparing yourself to a stranger online, compare yourself to your own past.
Like, am I better at English today than I was 6 months ago?
That's it. That question actually has a fair answer because you know your own starting point.
And with the stranger online, I never know their starting point.
Never. So the whole comparison was broken from the beginning, before it even started.
That actually makes me feel better already.
Good. That's the goal.
There's something else too. Everyone learns at a different speed, and that's not a flaw. That's just how it works.
True. Some people pick up grammar fast but struggle with speaking. Some people can chat all day but freeze when writing.
And nobody's speed is the correct one.
Nobody's. Your only real competition is who you were yesterday.
There's also this other trap. Sometimes, to feel better, people compare down instead of up, like, at least I'm not as bad as that person.
That's true too, and it feels good for about 5 seconds.
Only 5 seconds?
Maybe 10, but it doesn't actually help you improve. You're still not looking at your own progress, just at someone else's in a different direction.
So comparing up makes you feel small, and comparing down makes you feel falsely big.
Both keep your eyes on other people instead of on your own path.
It's funny, the app doesn't even compare you to everything. It seems to know precisely where you're insecure, and it shows you more of that.
That's a little unsettling when you think about it.
A lot unsettling. So it's not random, it's almost personal.
And I think that connects back to your Instagram feed too. Same trap, different topic.
It really is the same trap. My Friend's Garden, Your Sixth-Language Stranger, both edited, both missing the boring middle part.
The part where you're just showing up, day after day, with nothing impressive to post.
Which is honestly most of life, most of learning a language.
Which is kind of funny, because that's basically what we try to do on this podcast.
What do you mean?
We don't just show the polished, perfect English. We tell you about the days I mixed up 2 words on air, or when you forgot the ending of a story mid-sentence.
That happened once, maybe twice.
Definitely twice, but that's the process. That's the actual, real version of learning and using a language. And if more people showed that side, comparison would feel a lot less scary.
So maybe the real goal isn't to stop comparing completely. It's to remember what you're actually looking at.
A highlight, not a whole life. A finished result, not the messy middle.
The messy middle is where all the real work happens anyway.
It's honestly the best part, even when it doesn't feel like it.
And nobody shows the restarts either. The time someone quit English completely for 6 months and then came back.
True. A restart looks like failure from the outside, but from the inside, it's just someone trying again.
Trying again counts for a lot.
It counts for everything, honestly.
Which is honestly part of why we made that episode about mistakes and failure. Everyone edits out the stumbling part, and the stumbling is most of the actual journey.
If you haven't heard that one yet, it pairs pretty well with today's episode.
Very well, honestly.
Very well.
Let's practice turning a comparison thought into something better. Michelle, give me a bad comparison sentence.
Okay. Everyone in my English class understands faster than me.
Now let's fix it. Try this instead. I am making progress at my own speed.
Ooh, nice. Your turn, Chris. Give me another comparison.
My coworker speaks perfect English already. I feel so behind.
Let's turn that around too. I am learning every day, and that counts.
I am learning every day, and that counts. I like that one.
One more. Try this comparison. That influencer learned English in 3 months. I've been at this for a year, and I still make mistakes.
Okay, fixing it. My mistakes are part of my progress, not proof that I'm failing.
See? Same situation, completely different feeling.
Last one, and this one's for you, Michelle. Everyone my age already has their life figured out.
Tough one. Let's see. Nobody has it figured out. Some people are just better at editing.
Some people are just better at editing. I'm stealing that line.
It's a small change in words, but it changes the whole feeling.
It really does.
Small words, big difference in how the day actually feels.
Okay, that's a good moment to slow down and look at today's words, all about this whole comparison thing.
Let's do it.
Let's start with our first word, compare. Repeat after me. Compare. One more time. Compare. And the last one. Compare.
To compare means to look at two things and notice how they're similar or different. For example, don't compare your first month of English to someone's 5th year, or I compared 2 phones before I bought one to see which was better. And when you compare your life to a photo online, remember you're comparing your whole story to someone's best moment.
Next word, behind. Say it with me. Behind. Once more. Behind. And to finish it off, behind.
If you feel behind, you feel like you're not as far along as other people, or not as far as you expected to be. For example, she felt behind at work after her vacation, or I felt behind in English after missing 2 weeks of class. And feeling behind is often about perception, not about the real facts of your progress.
Here's the next word, progress. Try it out loud. Progress. Again, progress. And one last time, progress.
Progress means the steady movement forward, the small steps you take toward a goal. For example, my progress in Spanish was slow, but it was still progress. Or we celebrated the team's progress at the end of the month. And real progress is often quiet. Nobody posts a video of the boring, steady work.
Moving on to our next phrase, give up. Repeat after me. Give up. One more round. Give up. And the final repeat. Give up.
To give up means to stop trying, usually because something feels too hard or too slow. For example, he almost gave up on the guitar after the first difficult month. Or, please don't give up on your English just because one lesson was hard. And the people who succeed are often just the ones who didn't give up first.
Here's our next word, proud. Give it a try. Proud. One more time. Proud. And the final repeat. Proud.
To be proud of something means you feel happy and satisfied about an achievement, usually your own. For example, she was proud of finishing her first English conversation. Or, I'm proud of you for showing up to practice even on the hard days. And being proud of small steps is just as important as being proud of big ones.
Last word of the day, keep up with. Say it with me. Keep up with. One more time. Keep up with. And the last one, keep up with.
To keep up with someone or something means to match their speed or stay at the same level without falling behind. For example, I struggled to keep up with the fast conversation at first. Or, you don't need to keep up with anyone else's schedule to learn a language. And the healthiest goal isn't to keep up with others, it's to keep up with your own commitment.
So if you take one thing from today,
Comparison will always lie to you. It shows you the highlight, never the whole story.
whether it's someone's house, someone's career, or someone's perfect English video.
The fair comparison is only ever with yourself. Yesterday you and today you.
And today you understood a whole podcast episode in English. That's worth something.
It's worth a lot, actually, even if nobody posts it online.
Especially because nobody posts it online.
Especially then.
Comparing your day 1 to someone else's day 1000 was never going to feel fair.
Never. So give today you a little credit.
And today you is doing pretty well, actually. Better than the version of you who almost gave up on that app.
Today you is doing just fine, and that is worth remembering tomorrow morning, too, before you even open your phone.
And if today's topic hit close to home, we also have an episode about talking about failure and English mistakes. It's a really encouraging listen if today made you think about your own progress.
This is Michelle.
And this is Chris.
Take care of your English.
And take care of your heart. Bye, everyone.
Bye.